What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be an exciting one. It is going to be a little bit different, but I promise you we are tending to a few car modifications in this video. First and foremost, I would like to proudly announce that your boy is now engaged. My wonderful girlfriend, now fiance, and I got engaged over the weekend, and we are so excited, man. There's nothing better in life than being able to share it with the person that you love the most. We were surrounded with love. All of our friends and family came in town to celebrate the engagement. It was truly a special moment that we got to share with everyone that we love. I'll give you guys a quick rundown, but basically I had her friend meet us at this spot that I was going to propose to her. Her friend walked out and surprised us. She got up and went to greet her. While she was distracted and saying hi to her, her friend took out her phone, started recording, turned around, and your boy was on the knee. I asked her to marry me, and of course she said yes. I am so grateful and fortunate and just excited to marry this woman. She means the absolute world to me, and she makes me the best person that I can possibly be on a daily basis. So yeah, man, your boy is excited. We already have a date for the wedding, June 28th of 2025. And then, you know, the next step, instead of building cars, is building family. So it's time to have some kids. Oh, it is going to be an exciting time. It's going to happen fast, but I'm looking forward to it. This is really what life is all about, you guys. And it's also pretty cool because I get to share all of these changes with you guys. I've been doing YouTube for 6 years now, and a lot of people have seen the changes and growth in my life, and this is sort of like a personal diary that I get to share with my people who follow along. Yes, this is primarily cars, but also you guys have seen a glimpse into my life here and there, noticed different changes that I've gone through as a human being, and I think it's also important when you have an audience like this and you can be a role model to some people to show them some of the positive changes that you've made in your life to become a better person, and relationships are a big part of that. So without rambling on too long, we are super excited, you guys. I know a ton of people reached out to me on Instagram and email, text messages. I wasn't able to respond to everyone, but just know that we felt the love and we appreciate it, and all I can say is thank you. Thank you so much. Moving along into other updates that we have going on, the garage is looking really, really nice. We have the new workbench laid out. Everything is nice and organized in here. I'm putting all my tools away. Both cars looking absolutely phenomenal. I have some updates coming on the E92 M3. Pretty cool. We have our first track day scheduled in July for this car, and I might even try and sneak one in this month over at CMP. One series just always looking like an absolute snack, man. I just love this car. I really haven't made too many changes on it. Some of you guys noticed that I did put some of the chrome parts on, put the chrome grille on, went back to the chrome badge, and ended up doing the chrome side markers. I just think for the overall vibe of this car with the wheels and everything, it looks really, really good. But outside of that, this car really hasn't changed much. I am still building out the rear subframe and everything that I need to do for that. But the one thing that we've been waiting on for this car are the Fortune Auto coilovers, which are over there, and then the Öhlins are coming off of this car and they're going on to this car. So yeah, lots of changes. Also, I have new brakes for this car. They're at powder coat right now. So it's not like I haven't been doing anything. I've just been waiting on other things to happen in order to finish the bulk of what I have to do with this car. Ended up buying another little mobile workbench. So when I have both the cars out of here and I'm working on one car, I can kind of move the tools around with this. It just makes things a little bit easier when you're trying to have your tools next to you, like a bunch of different tools if you're doing, like, say, a valve cover job or suspension or whatever it might be. Super, super convenient. Outside of that, dude, the garage is set up, man. It's really, really perfect for what I do, and the Swiss Trax has been incredible. The most common question that I had with the Swiss Trax is people were wondering, well, what do you do about, like, the dirt and, like, all the grime and everything that falls underneath? And the answer is you don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. The great thing about this flooring is that everything is just out of sight, out of mind. Now, if that bothers you, that you can't see the dirt, that's obviously a different problem, but you can vacuum the floor, you can lift up the tiles wherever you need to and get underneath it if you have a spill, and you can, of course, use like a leaf blower to get things out. But the greatest part about this is my OCD isn't kicking off all the time because I can't see any of the dirt. It always looks completely clean in this garage. And that's really one of the biggest draws of having Swiss tracks. And I love it, man. Like, I've only had these in here for, I don't know, a few weeks now, almost a month. Game changer, absolute game changer. Like, it just changes the overall whole vibe in the garage to feel more like a room. I've had jacks and jack stands on this flooring, no issues at all, no breaking, no bending. These things are sturdy and they are solid. Cabinetry, I have now 3 cabinets, and I just like these because I can put a lot of the things that I didn't have room for outside of the cabinetry. Just put everything in here. I have different parts that come in that one, have detail stuff in this one, rags and miscellaneous tools in this one, and then of course like all of my main tools are over here. These are the Fortune Auto coilovers that we're putting onto the E92 M3. Really excited about these. I got to custom build these with Fortune Auto. So these are the 510 series. Ended up doing helper springs, ended up doing Swift springs on this set. Of course, they come with the camber plates up top. Then we also have the rear setup right here. So I upgraded to the Swift springs, I upgraded to the helper springs, and then I ended up going with a 14K in the back and a 9K in the front. Pretty cool that they give you all of the force versus absolute velocity graphs, just so you can really see that everything is dialed in with these coilovers. These are going to be really exciting. I'm really pumped to try something a little bit different. You know, I've been using a lot of KW and Olin's products over the years, and it'll just be nice to try another competitor's coilover setup. Just from glancing at everything so far, I really like the way that these look. The only thing that I think I'm going to change are the end links. I'm kind of a freak about using really nice quality end links, and I love the ones that I have from Turner Motorsport, which are actually made by SPL, if you didn't know that. So I have the Turner Motorsport end links for this car, and I like them. I've had issues with the Bimmer World sway bar end links, never running those again. And as silly as it may sound, having cheap end links can cause just a whole bunch of issues, as well as a whole bunch of unwanted noise. So not that these are garbage, I'm not saying that, but I just think that the Turners look much better in terms of rigidity and strength. And I know that, you know, being that these are built by SPL, they are going to be a really good quality, that these may not be able to suit my needs for that. So we'll see, but I am going to probably go with the Turner. So I guess this is sort of like an update video, and then we will do a little modification to the M4 today. In other exciting news, I am going to be picking up another car, and I'm probably going to be picking it up tomorrow. It is going to be a car that I am going to daily, but it is also going to be a car that I'm going to eventually turn into a project car. Now, this is a completely random opportunity, and in the past, that is how all of my project cars have come to fruition. They were completely random. It was just the right time, the right price, the right car falling into my lap, and that is no different than this one. I was actually looking at buying like a Toyota Tacoma for a daily driver. However, my neighbor had a car that I had my eye on for a while. It is a BMW. It is a little bit older, but it is completely different, and none of you would be able to guess what it is. I promise you, like, you can try and guess down below, and I'll tell you if you're right, but you're not gonna guess it. So if all things go to plan, I'm probably gonna end up buying that this weekend, and then I'll reveal it to you guys next week. Like I said before, it is gonna just be my daily driver for a while, but I do have plans for it, and it's gonna be insane. The only reason I say that is because the M4 is going to be going into the shop for maintenance, and it's going to be down for probably a month or so. Like, we have so much work we need to do to that car to make it drive good, handle good, run good. It needs so much maintenance, dude. As you guys know, I've made a lot of videos about this thing just being absolutely clapped. That yeah, that is going into the shop. So with that being said, we have a few last minute modifications for the M4. One are the American Panda painted roundels. So I'll have these linked down below for you guys. I have them on the E92 M3 as well. And they're just the blacked out edged roundels. You guys have seen these around for years on a lot of the BMWs. They're just a really clean setup for a lot of these cars. Now, I will say, you know, I'm not running these on the 1 Series because I just think the classics look better on this car. Certain cars look better with these, certain cars look worse with these, but in my opinion, the M4 is going to look phenomenal with these. These really fit on the F-Series BMW BMW super well. And the quality on these, you guys, is really good. Like, they don't mess around when it comes to the way that they paint these. They are professionally sanded down. Then there are templates used to paint just the outside, real OEM paint, and then also clear coated on top. So it's not like you're just gonna wash away this black or any of the paint that's on here. It is good quality, and it looks phenomenal. There's a reason that the price is what the price is. It's because it's good stuff. We do not sell cheap stuff at American Panda. If you guys have purchased from us before, then you know the deal. We do a lot of like the super badges. We use real OEM paint. My buddy who runs the company works for a paint manufacturing company. He actually gets like the real OEM paints. No cheap stuff, no BS. This is high quality stuff. And then this is the reflector delete kit. So there are reflectors on the front and the rear of the M4, and I got those paint matched in mineral gray. Like I said before, all of this stuff will be linked down below by American Panda Designs. It's also good to note that they are using all OEM parts. These are real OEM BMW roundels. No fake stuff, no China stuff. This is factory stuff from BMW, and the exact same for these. You can see all of the BMW part numbers on every single piece. These are just repainted reflectors that are from BMW. Why does this matter? It ensures that the pieces are actual quality, and it also ensures that these will fit perfectly. When it comes to painting and badges and the products that they sell, they are some of the best. The paint match is no joke. This thing will match perfectly. They don't play games, dude. Mineral gray on mineral gray, looks phenomenal, matches perfectly. And the way to install these is really easy, and that's what we're gonna do today. Basically, we'll just pop off the front wheel, jack it up. We can move out the fender liner, pop this out. This is all held in by adhesive, so you can see we have a little piece right there that will lift off and it will reveal the adhesive. We'll take a little pick tool, remove the adhesive in here, clean it up real good, make sure it's a real nice clean contact for the new adhesive, throw this one in behind there, and it'll look so much better, dude. Look at how booty this looks. I think the previous owner tried to spray paint this. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. So this is gonna make a big difference. I think on these cars, just having the gray to cover that just looks way better, way more cleaner all the way around. Really nice addition to the car. And then again, we have the factory badges. These badges are, they're not in bad condition or anything, but I do think that the black is just gonna look better with the grills. Same thing with the rear. If you come around here, the M3s and M4s have this reflector right here. This is super easy to replace, so obviously we have the paint match one that's gonna be going in, and you can just reach in from the bottom up to the back and pop it out. All right, so there is our reflector right here. And what I like to do for this is I basically just take a right angle pick tool and I go around the edge of the reflector, and that will help remove some of the adhesive. Sometimes you have to use heat to get this to come off, but I don't think we'll have to on this one. We'll see. Let's start with a pick tool, try and pry it off, and we'll go from there. Good that we got it out. Unfortunately, you can see that there's hardly any adhesive left on here. That's because it's all back here behind the bumper. So now we're gonna spend some time trying to remove as much of this adhesive as possible. All of the adhesive is off. And now all we have to do is use some isopropyl alcohol and a rag, get it nice and clean on the inside. Here is our new painted reflector. Peel back. Adhesive ready to go. Line it up. Literally a perfect paint match, perfect fit. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, that's about as good as it gets when it comes to paint match and fitment. See all of the flakes in it. Literally flawless match. All right, so focusing on these rear reflectors now, the way to get these out, here is the driver's side rear. And if we look at it, you have basically a clip on this side, clip in the middle, and then a hook on the flat side. So that means we are gonna go up and under in here. You're probably gonna have to use like a longer screwdriver, something that you can access it with, because you won't quite be able to fit your entire hand in there depending on your like diffuser setup. There is some heat shielding that you sort of have to work around, but you can do it without removing anything. You just need a really long screwdriver or some sort of longer pick tool. But all you're gonna do is basically pop out from this side and then pull like that, because it does have this hook on the flatter side. So pop, pull. All right, both of them are in. Very subtle difference, nothing crazy, but I do think it looks much cleaner than having the red down there. The only thing we really need to fix in the rear is going with some LCI taillights, clean this whole thing up a little bit. But now let's work on the actual roundels. So the way that I like to do this is a little bit of fishing line, keep it as far away from the trunk as possible, use a plastic trim tool, pry it off, remove old adhesive, and put on the new one. All right, there we go. Everything is on, and man, it looks so much cleaner, so much better all the way around. Super subtle. Yeah, this is not looking great though. This part is not looking too clean, but yeah, man, it looks a lot better. It really does make a big difference. Just these subtle, tiny modifications. Might have to do the black here to make it a bit more cohesive, but man, that's gonna be it for the M4 in terms of like simple cosmetic stuff. This thing is going in for maintenance next. So that is gonna be the last time that we see the M4 for a little while. We have major maintenance to do on this car. Everything that you can think of in the engine, suspension, rod bearings, crank hub, you name it, it's going to get addressed on this car. We have a ton of work to do. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video for you guys today, share the news about my engagement. I'm super excited. And of course, show you some simple modifications on the M4. I'll have everything linked down below. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.